Alrighty, welcome to game two. Yes, we do want to play first. And this hand we do have access to red mana, but it's slow. So if we keep, we can preordain on turn one and not have access to red mana on turn two. Cloudpost has to fit in somewhere. Okay, so we are going to we can keep and preordain, but we're pretty much all in on the preordain and what the prophetic prism draws. This hand isn't bad, but he's playing a very aggressive deck. And the problem is we need our answers now, and you know, if we can't find them off the preordain, we're probably too far behind to do anything about it at that point. So against a random deck like this would just be a snap keep if we were in a game one situation. Or against a slower aggro deck, this would be a slower red deck, this would be pretty good too. But against the Goblin deck, I think we have to mulligan this, unfortunately. This hand is very solid, but it doesn't actually do what we need it to do. We need to have low mana answers to his low mana threats, and this hand doesn't do it. And like we would have to preordain, we would have to sack the Expanse for a mana, and then preordain into a burn spell to kill his first guy, and then stick a prophetic prism the next turn. And then he would play like two more guys, and we'd have to cycle the Maul Drifter to kill one. And yeah, it's just way too slow. So we have to mulligan and hope for something better. This is not something better. So if the teachings were like a lightning bolt or something, we could keep it. But given that this still does nothing to interact with him, I think we have to go down to 5 on the play. Wonderful. His hand has one land, no red mana, no spells we can cast. We're going to 4. Alrighty, this one's a keeper. This is actually one of the better 4-card hands we could get. We have a red source and 2 burn spells, so one of the more optimal 4-carders. And if he doesn't play a creature here, we're not cracking the Expanse. And he does play a creature. Okay, so we do want to crack the Expanse here. And we're in for a fun game. It's unlikely we'll draw a land this turn, right? So we're just gonna ship, and if he plays the 3/3, the flunkies, we'll bolt the flunkies. And if he doesn't, we'll probably end up just killing the cohort at some point. Unless he plays the War Marshal again, we'll do the same play as we did game one. If he plays War Marshal here. This is the flunkies. Okay, so we're gonna bolt the flunkies here. Alright, so our best draws right here are, say, like, Glimmerpost Island. We just want 2 lands here at this point. That's not the worst either. So he's likely playing another creature next turn anyways, and since we only have 1 mana, we need to use our mana as efficiently as possible, and passing the turn here is probably not an option because it gets us far behind. So we're going to Flame Slash that guy. Alrighty, so that's the kind of creature we want to see. Like, we're not too scared of Arsonist. We don't like the Raider. The Raider probably ends up dying. And there's a land. That's good. That's good. We're blue source away. Prophetic Prism isn't so bad now anyway, either. So we are going to kill the Raider. And then he's got 3 cards in hand, so probably like a Bushwhacker and a Burn Spell, something like that. The best thing he can do here is play another Mountain. Because that means that not all the cards in his hand are gas. If he misses on a land drop, that means he has 4 cards in hand that aren't lands, which is bad for us, seeing as we actually have a 0-card hand right now. Don't really care about Sparksmith. As long as he keeps playing 1/1s, we have time. It's a land, it's not a blue source, but it'll work. So, we are looking, again, we're looking for an island. And he just has 2/1/1, so we have time. We have some time here. Um, he might have like okay, so there's a bushwhacker, so that cuts down the time we have by a reasonable amount. And since he's doing this here, it's likely he just has another one in his hand is going to do it next turn. So we're going to take 6 this turn and 8 next turn. And we're going to be at 4. We're likely dead. He has probably at least one burn spell. So what we really, really need to do is rip an island and find a burn spell. And we didn't. We found Flame Slash. Um, because he played the Bushwhacker this turn, it leads me to believe there's another Bushwhacker coming next turn. So I don't really want to be at 4 life, so we are going to Flame Slash this guy, the Sparksmith. Since if somehow we do stabilize and can resolve a Muldrifter, Sparksmith can actually just kill the Muldrifter, and we don't want that to happen. So this way, if he has another Bushwhacker here, we're only going to take 6, and we're going to be at 6. And we're still in range of like double burn spell. Okay, so he has Lightning Bolt, so we are likely just dead. He goes Bushwhacker, Chain Lightning, or Bushwhacker, Lightning Bolt, and we're dead. So this game's over, unfortunately. But, yeah. Okay, so, well, I didn't win the match, but I hope you guys learned something watching me play. As always, thanks for watching.